the 50 feels pay rise or half a dirham pay rise every 3 months. How much will Usama earn per hour after 3 years? So the first thing we need to do is write down our sequence. So the first pay, they will have 33 dirhams an hour. Their second pay, which is 3 months later, they're going to have a pay rise, so that's going to be 33.50. And their third pay, which is going to be after 6 months, they're going to have 34. So I'm going to use these values here. And first of all, method 1, which is using y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my x and y values. So x is 3 and y is 34. And I'm going to substitute this in. So I have y1, which is 34. And the slope, so we're looking at what the common difference is. So it's plus 0.5 or 0.50. So this is going to be 0.5 times x minus, and x1, our value is 3. So now I'm just going to rearrange and distribute. So I have half, so this is going to be 0.5x, and I'm going to keep this as money, so it's going to be minus 1.50. Now I'm going to add 34 to both sides. So 1.5 plus 34 is going to be plus 32.50. So we now have our formula. So 0.5x plus 32.50. And now we just need to work out what we're asked. So after 3 years, so 3 years is going to be 36 months. Now the payment is every 3 months. So if we divide this by 3, we're looking for the 12th payment. The 12th payment or the 12th term. So we're just going to substitute in our value. So here y is 0.5 times 12 plus 32.50. So half of 12 is 6 plus 32.50. So we can say after 3 years, Usama will get paid AED 38.50. And method 2. So if you're using method 2, the nth term formula. So the common difference, we are adding 0.50 each time. So this is going to be in front of n. So to find the first term, this is when n is 1, we need to multiply 0.5 times 1, and we need to add or subtract something, which is going to give us the answer of 33. And again, when there is 2, we need to add or something to give us the answer of 35. So half of 1 is a half, so 33, to get that, is going to be 32.50. And to check our answer, half of 2 is 1. 1 plus 32.50 will give us 32.50. So we know that we got to add 32.50 to our formula. So our formula to work out our terms, any term in the sequence, is going to be this. And if we need to find, so after 36 months, okay, 3 years, but she's getting paid every 3 months, we can divide by 3. So we want the 12th payment or the 12th term. So this is going to be multiply by 12. Half of 12 is 6. So this is 38.50. So I just rewrite in there. So the answer is 3850 dirhams. So that's after 3 years. Okay, so example 4, determine whether each sequence is geometric. So we have a sequence here, -2, 6, -18 and 54. So to check a geometric sequence, we have to divide the terms. So we're going to look at these terms here, and we're going to 6 divided by the previous term, which is -2, and then the next two, so -18 divided by 6, and then finally we have 54 and -18. So if I divide my terms, 6 divided by -2 is -3, -18 divided by 6 is -3, and 54 divided by 18 is -3. So the ratios are the same. Because the ratios are the same, okay, the sequence is geometric. So let's have a look at this example. So 8, 16, 24 and 32. So we need to look at the pattern, or sorry, we look at the ratios between them. So we've got 16 divided by 8, that's 2. We have 24 divided by 16, which is 1.5. And we have 32 divided by 24, which is 1.3 recurring. So the ratios are different. Because the ratios are different, okay, this is not a geometric sequence. Okay, so guided practice is 2 questions, 4A and 4B. So you need to try these. So the first one, we're looking for the ratios between the terms. So 2 divided by -8. We have -0.5 divided by 2. And we have 0.125 divided by -0.5. So the first one we have -1/4. -0.25 divided by 2 is -1/4. And 0.125 divided by -0.5 is -1/4. The ratios are the same, all -1/4. So this is a geometric sequence. So let's have a look at the second one. So the terms, so we have 3 divided by 1, 7 divided by 3, and 15 divided by 7. So 3 divided by 1 is 3, 7 divided by 3 is going to be 2.3 recurring, and 15 divided by 7 is 2.14, etc. So we can see that the ratios are different. So the ratios are different, and that's our reason. So not a geometric sequence. Okay, so example 5, graph a geometric sequence. So you need to graph this following sequence, 32, 8, 2. So we need to find a few more terms. So the first thing we're going to do is look for a common ratio. So we're going to do 8 divided by 32 and 2 divided by 8. So the common ratio is going to be 1/4. So to find the next term, we need to, so each of these is multiplied by a quarter. So we're going to multiply it by a quarter to find the next term. So I'm going to just rewrite so I've got 32, 8, 2, and if I multiply this by a quarter, I'll have a half, and if I multiply this term by a quarter, I'll have an eighth, and if I multiply this term by a quarter, I'll have 1 over 32. So I'm going to see if I can graph this. So I've just loaded up a graph in Desmos. I'm going to try and use this. Okay, that's better. So we need to look at the domain. So the points I'm going to write it here. So we said we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and those are 32, 8, 2, a half, an eighth, and 1 over 32. So we need to try and plot these points. So to plot these points, the first one, 132. So 132 would be here. And then 2 is 2, 8. So this is, actually, let's go back. So number 1, 32. 32 is here. And then 2 is 8. So they're going up in 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And then 3. So it's not going to be very accurate, but I'll give an idea. So the third term is 2. So that's here. And then the fourth term is a half. So the fourth term is going to be about there. The fifth term is an 8, so this is going to be even smaller. And the sixth term, 1 over 32, again, very small. And this would continue. So our graph looks like it is an exponential graph, which I'm going to try and draw. So classifying sequences, determine whether each sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. So arithmetic, geometric, or neither. So the first one is 16, 24, 36, and 54. The second one is 1, 4, 9, and 16. And then C, 23, 17, 11, and 5. Okay, so the first one, we're going to look for a common difference. So if we find a common difference, so we want 24 minus 16, and this is going to be plus 8. And if we add 8 to 24, we'd have 32. Or if we do 36 minus 24, the difference is 12. So 36 to 54, the difference is 18. So this is not arithmetic. So we can say it's not arithmetic. The next thing we need to do now is check to see if it's geometric. So we're looking at the ratios. So 24 divided by 16, 36 divided by 24, and 54 divided by 36. So this is going to be 3 over 2, 3 over 2, and 3 over 2. Yes, the ratios are the same. So this is a geometric sequence. So now we're going to look at this next question. So the first thing we'll look for is the common difference. 4 take away 1 is 3. 9 take away 4 is 5. And 16 is 7. So you can say no. So it's not arithmetic, as there's no common difference. So we're going to check for the ratios. So 4 divided by 1 is 4. 9 divided by 4 is 2.5, and 16 divided by 9 is 1.7. So no. So this is not geometric. So the answer to this one is neither. And finally, the last question. So we're looking for the common difference. So between 23 minus 17, or 17 minus 23, this is minus 6. 11 minus 7, minus 6. And 5 minus 11 is minus 6. So yes, this is an arithmetic sequence.